It's easy to fade into the background of the crab-like genre due to the sheer amount of crab-like and shell-borne games. You've got your big hitters, such as the Dark Souls trilogy, Floodborne, Shellkiro, Lies of C, and the list goes on. But today, we're talking about the original, the innovator, the blueprint for the crab-like genre. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. This game right here, this game is the definition of gamer's game. Don't believe me? Let me pitch it to you real quick. You're laying out in the pools, taking a little crab nap, dreaming of a better world where you're Sebastian and Sydney Sweeney is the Little Mermaid. At least that's what I think they're implying, but then out of nowhere, a shark evicts you from your house due to back taxes.
Oh, crab.
Alexa, play lo-fi crustacean hip-hop to commit tax evasion to. Shouldn't have set up that shell company. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything. We're going to keep it nice and high level so you can understand why this is, game of the year without dissecting the crab, if you will. But yeah, Banjo and Kazooie dialogue. Yeah, I unironically love Banjo Kazooie dialogue in the way we get weird little repeating sounds instead of fully voiced lines, as well as the trademark sarcasm and witty writing Banjo and Kazooie was known for. Those of us in the business call it charm, and honestly, it goes a super long way in games. Like, look at this. Look at these silly little props in the game. Physically based rendering, PBR, Elden Bay, Mario, Uncrustworthy, and one of my favorite props, Cheesy Guns. Speaking of charm, let me introduce you to my best buddy, Eric, who when I met him was desperately in need of a hug. Hell yeah. Also, I don't know what they paid this guy. It should be more. Lawbreaker! Oh shit.
Oh, crab.
The soundtrack. Holy shell. This soundtrack is an absolute banger. Look at this. Listen to this. Look.
Look here! Look! Listen!
This is the first track of the game. Alright, aside from being a total bop, you can feel the uplifting encouragement surging through your shell. And it's a good thing. Crabs-like games are hard. Once you know, you know. But if you don't already know, you've got quite the task in front of you. And that's for all the shell-borne crab-like games. Remember your first time on one of those? This might be someone else's first time. The ocean is a huge place. You're lost, you don't know where you need to go or how to get there, everything keeps eating you, you just lost all of your microplastics. Each and every time you fail, this track is here to pick you back up, put you back on solid ground, pat you on the back, and let you know it'll all be alright. I know what you're thinking. Okay, yeah, cool, but is that it? Feel good ukulele track only gets you so far? Then boom! You hit with the Lisa paddle music. Then boom! Then boom! Then boom! I rest your case. One more thing I really like about the music. Remember that big warm hug the first track gives you? Well, you also get this transition. Which brings me to my next point. The subversion of expect crustaceans. See what I did there? Got your ass, doofy. Now, this is a tricky one, because I don't want to spoil anything. But as seen in the soundtrack, the game gets a lot darker than the trailer's poppy, carefree, bright color palette may lead you to believe.
Barely outpacing death's rising tide, until one day it will drown someone you care for. But instead of waking up, you will find a way to justify even this.
Okay.
What about the combat? Now this part's important, because I've seen conflicting responses. You should trust me, as I'm a real gamer, doing real gamer things. And anyone who has an opinion slightly different from mine is a biased and pandering heretic cyborg risen from Shell itself to corrupt the youth and ruin video games. It's pretty good. If you're looking for Sheldon Ring levels of weapon customization or selection, it ain't happening. But it's not quite as simple as you have one weapon either. You have fork. Fork good. Fork sword. You have fork and trash. Fork stab trash. Now fork hammer. Bonk enjoyers rejoice. You have dodge roll. You have block. You have parry. You have parry, riposte, and or weak attack on staggered. All these mechanics and combinations are about equally viable, which doesn't sound like too big of a deal, but it's honestly rarer than you think. And speaking of variety, I didn't even touch on the shells and their abilities. That's a whole nother conversation. But there's a bunch of them. They're well varied, they're very cool, very fun, some are very flashy, very interesting. It's a good time. Indie Game of the Year frontrunner for sure.